The year 1814. The battle. Americans securing their post of Baltimore against British artillery during the War of 1812. While being held captive on a British ship for hearing plans of the attack, Francis Scott Key witnessed the bravery of the American military and the raising of the Star-Spangled Banner after an all-night barrage of shell and rocket fire. Even though he was still a prisoner, Keyes was so inspired by the American victory that he penned the words to defense of Fort McHenry, now known as our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Even though it was not an official American anthem until 1931, under direction from Herbert Hoover, the patriotic song was popular and printed within the same year as it being penned. It was sung at the World Series as early as 1918. To Francis Scott Key and a multitude of others, the words to his poem meant freedom, bravery, and the results of patriotism. But what does it mean now? The year 2009. The battle. Americans redefining patriotism and what American means to them. When did Americans stop revering the brave who ensure our freedom? Why do we not support our troops? It was my first year of college away from home when on September 11th, around 6:30 a.m., I found out that a plane hit some tower in New York. Later that day, after hearing that both twin towers fell, I was on the phone with my mom, fearing the worst. My family, my brothers, my friends would go to war. Luckily, my two brothers have stayed home, safe. Instead, my cousin went to Iraq and saw many die. My brother-in-law went to Afghanistan. He signed up to re-enlist with the National Guard shortly after the 9/11 attacks. He and my sister are expecting their first child. Will he have to go back? After all that has happened to pull our nation together, after the worst modern attack on American soil, what has happened to pull us apart? What does 9/11 mean to you? Have you forgotten? What does July 4th mean to you? When you go to a baseball game and raise your hand to your heart, what does the Star-Spangled Banner mean to you? What does patriotism mean to you? We live in the land of the free because of the brave.